When we went to Belize for vacation in 2013 with the family, my Uncle Roger's girlfriend Miriam made this dish for us and I loved it so much, I asked her for the recipe. So let's make Belizean salbutes. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara and for over a decade I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
Uncle Roger speaks with such authority, right? You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. That's why I put him back in the opening. So let's get started with making the salad that goes on top of this salbutes, all right? It's a cabbage salad or sauce. It's in my cookbook called Beans and Rice Volume 2. So let's start first of all by chopping up some cabbage. I do have a shredder that I use to start off the cabbage. I didn't show it in this footage, but I've shown you in the past, so now I'm just using a big knife to chop. I have a little story to tell you about that shredder. When I went to Belize in 2013, I saw Miriam use that shredder and I asked her where she got it from. She said from my mom. So I came back right away and asked my mom to get me one and she did. And then later on, I was able to like get 10 of them that I was selling at my site, but now they're all gone and I can't find them anymore. So it's a nice little shredder, but then you can switch out to the big knife and go ahead and chop, chop, chop. 10 long years ago, I published my first cookbook of recipes from my home country of Belize. My cooking show, The Bear Pantry Show, was created based on that book. 7 years later, I redid the book, removed some of the recipes that I didn't deem to be authentic enough, and added about 30 brand new recipes that are easy to follow, budget-friendly, authentic, and comes out perfect each time. Matter of fact, it comes out perfect the first time. Get your copy today only from www.bearpantryshow.com. Shop safely and securely at www.bearpantryshow.com. And you want to get it kind of fine. The cilantro is washed and picked from the stems. And then we're going to use a tomato from the garden. This is my last harvest for the tomatoes. The tomatoes are too juicy for the salad. You really need Roma tomatoes, but this is going to be fine because I'm going to go ahead and squeeze out some of the water before I put it in the salad. The reason you don't want the tomato to be too wet is because you're going to be adding this, okay? You're going to be adding Italian dressing. Now, people will tell you put vinegar and water, and you can because that's what we do for the panades. But Miriam put the Italian dressing. I chose the fat-free because it has more sugar and it tastes a whole lot better. Put a little bit at a time. You don't want to get too wet because you're going to have leftovers of the salad, and the next day, if it's having too much of the dressing, it's going to be too soggy. So just temper it, okay? Let me switch out to my spatula. Just go ahead and clean this up. I'm going to cover this up with some shrink wrap and put it in the fridge while we take care of the other parts of this dish, okay? So Joe went to go get the masa, and it's masa para tortilla, masa for tortilla, not preparada, because preparada they put all kind of shortening and lard and stuff in it. This is just plain corn, mix it up. See, it's kind of soft and wet, so that's why I add flour to it to make it bind. People say, why don't you use the corn flour? Because it doesn't bind as well, and Miriam used regular flour, so I do what she says to do. Now, it works best with stewed chicken. This is leftover stewed chicken. I'm going to use a lot of the white meat part because Joshua wants the dark meat for his dinner today. And I'm just picking it, you know, from the bone. So now let's go ahead and dump out the masa because we're going to take care of this. This is about 3 pounds, right? Is that what the bag said? So then like a teaspoon of baking powder because you want it to get light and airy when you fry it. And then some recado. If you don't have the recado, switch out to paprika. I don't like paprika, so I'm so grateful that my Uncle Roger always sends this for me once a year. Salt. And what I do is sprinkle all this stuff on top and then flip it over and sprinkle some more, but not the baking powder. The baking powder only goes in one. So the salt and the paprika or the recado, we put some more as we, you know, get it worked in. So see, it's soft and wet. More salt. Okay. Now we're gonna roll these off into balls. And I would say like golf ball size balls. Maybe these are a little bit smaller. And I'm gonna make 9, 3 for Joe, Jada, and me, 3 each, but really you only need 2. And then squish it with a tortilla press. I brought the fry cook in because Joe is so good at frying stuff. I always holler for him when I want to fry. He has patience for it. I burn everything. I put everything on high fire and burn everything. Now, I was freaking out because I didn't know where my finished product clip was on the camera, but it's because I did a mukbang with Joe. So this is the mukbang. Joshua took a screenshot for us. And while I'm yammering away, Joe is building his salbutes or salbute. Is that the singular for it? So you put the corn, the chicken, the salad, and you should put some grated Dutch cheese or Parmesan, but I don't want to put any because I don't want to have no stomach issues today. But in the past, I've put it in other videos. So you absolutely can put that, all right? So if you guys, oh, we did chop up some jalapenos to go on the side, but you can put the jalapenos in the cabbage salad too if the people you're serving can tolerate heat. Or you could put some serrano, put whatever pepper you like, some yellow peppers, you know, whatever pepper you like to make that cabbage salad a little bit more spicy. If not, you can sprinkle some hot sauce on top, right? So, but I put it on the side because sometimes I can't tolerate the heat. So if you guys liked this video that I produced, please go ahead and hit the like button. It's free. It gets us in the algorithm so that we can make a little bit more money to buy more food to do another video for you guys. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not yet, and check out my cookbooks.
This is the Beth and Tree Show.